Hey there, people. How's it going? This is Flawless from Flawless Rage 2, back with the live streams after a little while off, and also now just you know we're going to do a special live stream right now. We're on Forza Horizon 4 today, and I'm going to be doing a mental health special. So we're just going to be having a chill drive, not really racing or going fast or anything, and we are going to be having some fun. So let's do this thing. So, I hope the car isn't too loud for you guys. If not, I'll change it to something else. Does seem a little loud in my mic, or my headset, but it should be good. You know what? Let's change that out for something. So, yeah, we'll just begin. So, yeah, today we're going to be talking about mental health issues. I suffer with them myself. I have done since I was diagnosed in 2012, and it's not fun, okay? And it's not, fake. It's real. Mental health issues are very real, whether it's starting with anxiety, panic attacks, depression, any other symptoms or any other conditions that you may have, such as ADHD, anything like that. It's all real. And anybody who says it isn't are just fucking idiots, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, we're going to get started here in just a second. Let me just get a car that I can use, because I need something that's got a quieter engine. But this is Forza, so there aren't many cars like that around. What should we pick? We could try an old Mercury Coupe, which are a very, very nice car, I must add. Nissan Fairlady. A Peel P50. No, I'm not going to go driving around in that, I don't think. Or a Reliant Robin. You know what? Let's go for a Renault Clio. So, yeah. Let's just get this car out and we'll get started properly. And it starts me at the Horizon Festival. Okay, I need to run away from here and keep talking because there's music playing in the background. I don't know what it is and it might be copyrighted. So let's get out of here. Here we go. Okay, we are out of the way. And we can now crash into a tree. Good start. And take it to the next level. Okay, so let me tell you about my story. I first got diagnosed with mental health in 2012 after being forced to do something I didn't want to do. Something I couldn't do. I was never one to be on public transport, and I was forced to go on a train to a city very near me, like 18 minutes away, and I just couldn't do it. I just really struggled with it, and the thing what I struggled with the most was I'd never been on public transport in my life on my own before. Thankfully I can say I can do it now, but it's sort of like, I just really after the first trip, I just started to feel really unwell, and I didn't know what was wrong with me. I would keep coughing, and the bit disgusting, but the cough always ends in a gag reflex. I still get that now. I thought, what the hell could that be? Am I really ill here? And then I just didn't know what was wrong with me, and one day I had to do a shopping trip and I had to get a taxi home. Now, I'd done that before and everything was fine, but I already wasn't feeling great and not knowing what was wrong with me, so I sort of thought, okay, something's really wrong here. And on the way home, both of my arms went numb. I was shaking like nothing on earth. and I was breathing really heavy, hyperventilating. My heart rate went up, and I just didn't know what the hell was going on. So I went to the doctors, and I said to him, look, I don't feel right. What's going on with me? Can you help me? And thankfully the doctor was like, okay, let's look into this a bit further, make sure there's nothing sinister going on with you. So I went and had a blood test, and it came back perfect. It was my wife who said to me, I think it could be your nerves. And I was like, I don't know. And now, usually they say blood tests take a week, but mine was back the very next day because I was so worried about it. So I was, really concerned about what was going on with my body, and didn't know at all. Basically, the thing what happened to me in the taxi on the way home from shopping that day was I had a panic attack. Panic attacks go hand in hand with anxiety, unfortunately. A lot of other things do as well. But, let's talk about things one by one. And let's just, get it out there that this is a very real situation. So let's start off with the main culprit, anxiety. What is anxiety? Anxiety is a feeling that you get and it can affect your body in many ways. It can affect your breathing. You can feel like you can hardly breathe, which is muscle tension in your throat, which can also make you sort of like wake up in your sleep and be like you're gasping for air, because it stays with you, because your muscles in your throat are so tight you feel like, that is in your subconscious sort of like, I can't breathe, and you wake up and you think, well, what is going on here with this? Why is this happening to me right now? And unfortunately, that is the thing what's happening when it comes to anxiety. It can also affect how you go to the toilet. You can be taking trips to the toilet constantly throughout the day. It can make you feel shaky. It can make you feel sweaty. And it's just not a fun thing, it's not clever. And that. And then, of course, that can lead into... There are many other symptoms of anxiety, but these are the ones that I've experienced. Dizziness is another symptom of anxiety. Now, one of the things that I've come across is sort of like when you get anxious. Another thing what can go hand in hand with it is getting yourself a bit too worked up, causing you to have a panic attack, where instead of feeling like you can't breathe, you feel like you can't breathe still, but your chest is going in and out, breathing like no one's business, because that is hyperventilating. And that can lead to the shaking, that can lead to jelly feeling in the legs, just like anxiety, you can get that as well. And just shaking and your body twitching. And it's just not a fun feeling at all. It's really bad. And anxiety and panic attacks are horrible. They are really, really bad things that I personally don't wish on anybody, because they are very scary. Very scary, especially one symptom that you can get, which is heart palpitations, where you feel like a fluttery sort of feeling in your chest, and you think, shit, am I having a heart attack right now? Is my heart going to pack up on me? What if this happens? What if that happens? What if my heart does pack up on me? What am I going to do? Who's going to help me? Am I dying right now? All these thoughts go through your head, and it can make you feel really, really, really bad. I mean, shit, I've had this for all this time. I think I even had it before, but it only came to the surface in 2012, properly, where I could get a diagnosis about what is going on with me. To this day, I'm still on antidepressants. I take one of those a day. I take mine at night time to help me sleep, and it's just not a very good feeling, to feel like you are completely out of control of your body. And you get all these people who, and doctors and stuff, doctors just like to put you on medication anyway. You can get through it yourself, but it's hard work. But these feelings do not last forever. Anxiety has to fizzle out at some point. None of this lasts forever. It's just one of them things which unfortunately happens to people, and the unlucky people it happens to, it tends to take over their life somewhat. You'll never, with a mental health condition, you'll never ever get rid of it. All you can really do is control it the best you can. Whether that be with the help of medication, whether it be through meditation, whether it be through, changing a few things like listening to some relaxing music and just, trying to relax. My tips for anybody out there who are suffering with anxiety are take deep breaths if you feel like you're getting a bit overwhelmed. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Look around you, try and distract yourself, and hopefully them feelings will subside just a little bit. That's always going to be in your mind, like what's just happened to you. But, it is just unfortunately one of those things that happens, and it's not very nice to deal with. It's not very nice to, to have to live with, unfortunately. So, we're going to move on in a minute and talk about depression and what that can do to you. But if you do suffer with anxiety, if you do suffer with panic attacks, I recommend you see somebody. Same as with depression. Depression is the worst. A lot of people don't really get through it all that well. There are more cases than of people getting better than there is of it letting them go, beating them. But there are them unlucky few who can't do it, can't seem to, shake that feeling. So let's talk a little bit about depression. So what does depression do? What does it feel like? It varies from person to person, just like anxiety does, but depression feels like a complete out-of-body experience. You just don't feel yourself. You could be crying all the time. You could be feeling like you can't be bothered. You could, feel like everybody's against you. Anxiety can do that as well. It can make you think some weird things. We're in a bit of an echoey tunnel, so I'll just get through this tunnel. Got some smart ass there thinking he's fucking all that in the car. Okay. So yeah, depression can make you feel like, just giving up. It can make it seem like that nothing's ever going to be right again. But it will be. It will be. Depression is something that you can beat. You can beat depression. You can't get rid of it. It's a mental health condition, but you can beat it. Now, with anything, you're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days. And hopefully you can get to a state where you can control yourself enough to have more good days than you do bad. You will have some bad days, but If you know what you've got, know what you're suffering with, and find a coping mechanism that works for you, you can beat that. One thing I will say about anxiety, depression, and panic attacks is they all have the same thing in common. Yes, they're a mental health condition, but that's not the thing. They all make you feel tired. You could find yourself waking up in the morning feeling bright and breezy and ready for the day, and then by about 11 or 12 o'clock lunchtime you can make yourself, it can make you feel like you haven't slept in days, that you're really tired and you need to sleep, you need to chill out and relax and lay down and go to sleep for a little bit. That happens to me all the time. I would say if you feel like you absolutely have to sleep, do it. But if there's something that you could get excited about around the house or in your garden or anything like that, go out there and give that a shot first. And if you go out there and it makes you feel worse, or it makes you feel all this tiredness feeling it going away, then just go and have a sleep, go and have a lay down for a little bit and relax and recharge for a bit, because it does drain you. Depression's like that, anxiety's like that, panic attacks definitely are like that, because that sucks all the energy that you have in your body out of you. Also, antidepressants, if you do take those, can make you feel tired. All of them make you feel tired. Depending on what dosage you're on, the tiredness effects can vary, but yeah, they can do that. So it's one of those things that go hand in hand, unfortunately. So you may find yourself sleeping quite a lot. Too much sleep is bad for you, but not enough sleep is bad for you as well. So, what the fuck's going on with this traffic, dude? We're going to go this way, I think. Where are we going? Okay. So, yeah. How do you deal with depression? Some people don't. Some people, unfortunately, let it get to them so much and they decide to take their own life, but that is never an option. Okay? Nothing is ever worth taking your life for. I've been there myself. Okay? You're not only going to be, it might seem like the easy way out, and it is the easy way out to a certain extent, but it's definitely never ever worth it. Never ever do anything like that. And if you do find yourself, in that sort of situation, seek help immediately. Now, when it comes to sort of like that sort of thing, you just, think of it this way. You have family around you, you have friends, and all of them love you. And by ending your own life, you could spiral another person going into depression. But when you suffer with that, you really don't think about anyone else. You don't care about anyone else. You literally just think about how could I take this pain away from me? And it is pain. Some people, when they feel anxious, one way that they do it is self-harm. And it feels like it doesn't hurt them, but it feels like a release, letting all the bad out. Just like me with my cough, that is when I have that anxiety cough, as I call it. That's my release, to get it out of me, take a few breaths, and then I can try and go about my day. So yeah, but depression is something that is not to be treated lightly at all, and you must seek help if you ever find yourself suffering from any of the symptoms of anxiety, depression, panic attacks, or any other mental health condition that is out there. Okay? Nobody asks for it, nobody chooses it, and it's definitely not a cool thing to have these things, Some people, I saw a video on YouTube recently where, people think that anxiety and depression is cool because it's sort of like a trend. I don't think mental health can be a trend as such. How could it be trendy to feel like you're dying, to feel like you could drop dead at any second, to feel like you know, you're shaking and you're completely out of control of your body. How is that a trend? How is that cool? It's just not. So anybody out there who thinks it's cool, you really need a fucking reality check. And if it does hit you one day, I pray it doesn't, but if it does hit you one day, you will see the real effects of it, and you will feel like, fucking hell, you know, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have thought it was cool. I shouldn't have thought it was awesome to feel like this, you know, because in no way is having any mental health condition awesome. What would be awesome for me? I would love to be free of all of these things so much, and they stop me doing so much as well. Like before, when I did the live streams, my last live stream was when I did ESWA wrestling, and that was sort of like you know, a really horrible thing to have to do, because I loved live streaming. There are certain things that led up to it, you know, which I really don't care if I go into or not, to be perfectly honest. One of the things that led up to it was mainly because I would sort of like start the stream and feel, you know, as soon as beforehand I was fine, but overthinking what I'm going to do, overthinking about how the things are going to go on stream, you know, would affect me in such a way which it would make me feel dreadful. I mean, really bad, horrible. And I felt the muscle tension in my throat, felt like I couldn't breathe, and that's why sometimes I'd plan ESWA for 5 matches on the card, and I'd only do 4, because I'm thinking, well, if I can, you know, if I can get, you know, do 1 match less, that means I can get off stream quicker and stuff. And there was a time when I used to absolutely adore live streaming, and certain things happened, and I started to fall out of love with it, and that's what I think led up to me feeling like that. So yeah, I'm not going to be giving up the streaming. I am back with it, as you can clearly see in this live stream, and I will be continuing to live stream every week. You know, it won't be as much as it used to be. I used to try and do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I used to try and do, you know, most nights. But it's going to be sort of a couple of times a week. I can't say what days they're going to be. I might record some streams and then just upload them onto YouTube on the day. If you're not already subscribed to me, go sub to Flawless Rage 2 on YouTube and turn the notifications on, because, you know, then you'll be notified of when I do upload. I don't just do live streams, I do other things as well now. So, you know, I've made the channel back into what it should be. So, yeah, and there are a lot of videos I've deleted for one reason or another, and I don't really regret doing that. So, you know, it's really good to finally be back streaming and stuff, because my mental health got in the way of me doing certain things. So there, thankfully, I've got all that sorted out now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another car out, I think. So I'll pull over to the side of the road, and then I'll talk to you about how you can go about getting yourself some help. Now, a lot of things... Oh shit, we've got to go to the festival. I should have just got one delivered. Why didn't I do that? Certain things in life, you know, you might think, nah, just nah. And these mental health conditions make you feel like that sometimes. One thing that I would say is talk to somebody you can trust, or get some help. Now, you might be thinking, Flawless, nobody's going to listen to me. They're all going to think that I'm crazy. They're all going to think that I'm doing it for attention. They're all going to think that I'm, you know, just making it up, and, you know, want the attention, want sort of like somebody to, you know, to talk to about something, you know, for attention, make them feel sorry for me and stuff. And that's not what mental health is. If you feel like you're going through these things and you know, you really should talk to somebody about it. The best way to do it is friends and family who you can actually trust. There's a lot of people out there who are friends, well, and they say they do, but you can't trust them because you might think, well, you know, they really don't care about me. They really don't give a flying fuck about me. And I don't personally think that that's true. I mean, I've spoken to friends about my mental health condition, and they always seem to understand because they go through it themselves. So, you know, also if you have anything like that in your family, of somebody who's been through it, who still goes through it but knows how to get on top of it and control it, they might be able to give you some idea of help. But I will say one thing. One thing that does not help in any circumstances when it comes to anxiety, depression, panic attacks, or any other mental health condition is you talking to somebody. And some people are like that because some people are fucking stupid, and some people will say, oh, you'll be alright. If you're really nervous about going somewhere, doing something, they'll be like, oh, you'll be alright. Well, how the fucking hell do they know you're going to be alright? Do they live inside your body? Are they you? Do they have your brain? No, they don't. So it's not, you know, nobody can really turn around to you and say, oh, you'll be alright, don't worry about it. Yeah, it's alright saying you'll be alright and don't worry about anything. But do you actually know what that person is really going through? You know, no, you don't. You're going to get people to say, snap out of it. You're going to get people who say, pull yourself together. You can't snap out of it, and you can't pull yourself together. These things take time for you to feel just that little bit more better, to make you feel a bit more human again, to make you feel, you know, to make you feel like a person again. Because these things, you know, do make you feel like you're just not a person anymore. It seems like they take away some form of identity, which is sad, which does, you know, affect you. I mean, you know, you might think that sort of like the worst thing in the world is going to happen to you if you do something like leave the house and go down to the local shops or something like that. So, you know, yeah, you can't stop bad things happening, but you can't also live your life inside your house. You know, you have to... One thing you have to do, which is what someone told me recently, is face your fears. Face your fears, do something, one thing a day that you're scared of doing. And if you can do it, you can accomplish anything. And I personally believe that you can accomplish anything. You can do it. You know, everybody's got it inside them to, you know, make it through. Everybody's got the right to be happy. Everybody's got the right to be, you know, to be themselves. Everybody's got the right to, you know, do all that. And by somebody coming up to you and saying, you'll be alright, or, oh, pull yourself together, or, oh, snap out of it. You fucking suffer with the things that I do, mate, and then you fucking tell me to snap out of it and that I'll be alright. Yeah, you won't be able to, trust me. It is a terrible thing, and that is mental health is the reason that I stopped streaming for a while. I didn't stop making videos. I still got my MJ content on the channel, also car boot hauls and stuff, and they will continue as I continue to get more things from you know, these places and that. So, you know, I'm not by any means going to be stopping making videos, you know, but it's sort of like when I'm live, it's go time, and, you know, if I feel bad and I feel anxious, I can't just stop. I have to keep pushing forward and I have to keep moving. Whereas if I feel bad and I'm recording a video, I can do 3 or 4 takes of that and no one will ever know. So it is worth looking into these things. And if you are out there right now and you're listening to my voice and you're feeling bad, nobody's going to judge you. Nobody has the right to judge you. Okay, if you're suffering right now with anything, my thoughts and prayers are with you. And I would say talk to somebody and see if you can get just a little bit of help, because your life is important as well. You know, your mental health is very important. Okay, and nobody has the right to say any different. Okay. So if you're feeling anxious, you feel like nobody likes you, you feel like you're being pushed away by other people, you feel like you're being pushed away by friends or anything like that. Well, they, you know, you're not. But some people it does happen to. But if they push you away and they weren't never your friend to begin with, they weren't ever, you know, anything like that to begin with. But I've never come across that myself. You know, but it's just sort of like, you know, one situation that does happen, unfortunately, and you get these dickheads who sort of like think, oh, you know, oh, you'll be okay and stuff like that. That's because they don't suffer with it. They can jump on a bus and go out for the entire day and feel great the whole day. They can do all the things that me and you can't do. Now, I can go on buses and I can go on trains now, thanks to a trip I took a couple of years ago on trains. But you know, I won't ever be doing that again. Not for that sort of amount of time I was on a train for anyway. I can still go on trains and you know, and stuff like that. I'm never going to have this beeping for 4 fucking minutes. I apologise for that. It's forzathon. I can't do anything about that. So you know, I would just say talk to somebody, and please, you're not alone. Nobody's alone. Okay, help is out there. It doesn't necessarily have to be a GP or a doctor. It could be, you know, anybody out there who is willing to listen to you, willing to help. And that just fell. That trailer just fell. The boat just fell off that car. So, you know, you're never going to be alone, guys. And if you feel depressed and if you feel sort of like the entire world's against you and you've only got one way out, please, please, please do not do it. Don't take your life away, okay? You've got a full life ahead of you, a happy life ahead of you. You're going to have these feelings inside you all the time, but they get better with control. They get much better. Nobody's stuck like it forever. I thought I was going to be. Okay, so let's look at a positive way of dealing with it and think, you know what, I actually can do this. And you can. You have the power inside you, and you have the, you know, you have everything inside you to do it. Make that change in your life, which is going to make it just a little bit better. Whether it's focusing your mind on a project, like if you like electrical items, go and buy some electrical items and fix them up. If you like, you know, engine work and stuff like that, go buy yourself a couple of cheap engines. It could be a lawnmower, it could be a trimmer, it could be a mini motor or something like that, or a cheap car or something like that. Something to fix up, something to focus your mind on, because that will give you a sense of achievement where you think, I can do this, because this has been awesome and I want to do another one. And although it won't take away your mental health conditions, it will help you to a certain extent in other areas.
This is a lovely little village.
We'll just have a look at
I'd
this
stop for a cup
area.
of tea and a cream bun every time if I could. But you're not winning any races that way.
Why is my character break dancing in the street? Okay, so yeah, that is just one of those things that happens, and I just wanted to talk to you about it, and that's the reason I haven't been streaming, you know. But we're back with the wrestling streams as well. It's no longer called ESWA. Them days are dead and buried. It is now called AAC Wrestling. which you can expect to see one this week, if I can get it recorded in time, depending on what time schedule I have. So, you know, it'll be awesome to see you guys over there. We've got some brand new characters. We've got one from the old promotion as well. Yeah, I hope to see you guys over there. It's going to be absolutely fantastic, absolutely great to see you over there, and hope you enjoy the streams. I'm going to cut this one short because I've pretty much said what I want to, but just to recap, if you're suffering with anxiety, depression, panic attacks, any other mental health condition, whether it be body dysmorphia, whether it be schizophrenia, whether it be absolutely anything, OCD, that's part of anxiety. So, you know, talk to somebody. I know it's so easy for me to say it, but you can do it. I truly believe in you. Talk to somebody and get them, you know, tell them how you're feeling, and you never know, they might just have that one piece of advice for you which is going to help you throughout the rest of your day and give you something to hold on to that you can do, because you have the power inside you and you have the drive inside you to, you know, to get through this thing. You're never going to get rid of it. It's always going to be with you, because once a mental health sufferer, always a mental health sufferer. But it does get better. So please just take that on board, okay? Please don't ever do anything to harm yourself. Don't ever do anything to harm other people. Just, you know, a little bit of kindness goes a long way. And if the people you're being kind to aren't kind to you back, get rid of all the toxic people in your life, because that's the only way you're ever going to be able to move forward. That and some help, and maybe medication, and hopefully you guys will be okay. If you've got anything that you want to say in the comment section, you know, then go for it, and that'll be a serious comment. You know, no any of because I know that some complete and utter twats come across YouTube videos sometimes and comments are like, why don't you just do this, why don't you just do that, why don't you just fuck off, yeah? So, you know, also any negative comments I get will be banned in the chat, and the person will be instantly blocked. So don't worry about that. No one's going to troll you or anything like that or get to you, because Flawless is just that, and he will not let that happen. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to park this car up and we're going to call it a day. There's only been a shorter stream, but you know, I feel that that's the best way to go for a stream that is going to last, you know, just to sort of like bring me back into streaming, and also hopefully help you guys as well. I hope this video has helped you, and I hope sort of like that if you guys are suffering with anything, I really hope and pray for your recovery and hope that you make it through. And don't ever give up, because you're stronger than you think. Okay, you can do it. I truly 100% believe in you guys. You can do it. Okay, and thank you for listening to what I have to say on this video, on this live stream. So thank you once again for watching. But that is going to be the end of the stream today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It truly does mean a lot to me. Hope this one's helped you. I am live on Mixer at the moment, but this will shortly be up on YouTube. But if you come across this on Mixer, don't forget to subscribe here if you're new. Turn on post notifications to be notified every single time I upload a brand new video or stream on YouTube, which is my channel, Flawless Rage 2. Also, follow me on Instagram at Flawless Rage 2. And you know by my videos, if you've been watching them on YouTube, that I'm a Michael Jackson fan. If you are an MJ fan yourself, I've got a fan page on Facebook, which is called Michael Jackson Human Nature. I would love to see you guys over there. No haters, no negativity, all positive thoughts here, okay? So anybody who's negative, I will deal with you, and I will deal with you in a harsh way. You will probably get told to fuck off, honestly. So, yeah, that's going to be the thing, okay? So, yeah, thank you for watching this video. It does mean a lot to me. I'll be back again this week. hopefully with another live stream, and it's going to be the very first AAC wrestling show. So I'm looking forward to doing that one. I think we might start it off with between 4 to 5 matches, and we'll see how we go. So yeah, it's going to be awesome, guys. Thank you so much for watching, though. It does mean a lot to me. But right now, guys, nothing else is left to be said, but always remember to be yourself no matter who you are or where you are. And always remember to keep smiling. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe, and I'll talk to you then. Take care, guys. Cheers. Bye.